It's hard to argue against it. No creature in Earth's history commands quite the same legendary status as Tyrannosaurus rex. Towering, terrifying, and instantly recognizable, it has become the ultimate symbol of prehistoric power. There are many reasons why T-Rex sits at the pinnacle of public fascination. Its sheer size, imposing form, and unmistakable silhouette, with a colossal skull, muscular legs, and a sweeping tail, make it the quintessential dinosaur. As one of the largest land predators to ever walk the planet, Tyrannosaurus rex naturally evokes awe and curiosity. Adding to its mystique is the wealth of fossil evidence we've uncovered. Unlike many other prehistoric giants known only from fragments, T-Rex is remarkably well represented in the fossil record. Nearly the entire skeleton is known, allowing for accurate reconstructions in museums around the globe. But despite its celebrity status and countless over-the-top portrayals in pop culture, it's important to remember that this was no mythical beast. T-Rex was real, a living, breathing apex predator that stalked the plains and forests of what is now Montana around 66 million years ago. Like every creature that once roamed the Earth, T-Rex had its own story, its own unique biology, lifestyle, and evolutionary path. And that story is far more fascinating than any Hollywood version. So today, let's journey into the prehistoric world to uncover the real Tyrannosaurus rex, the Tyrant Lizard King. Tyrannosaurus rex belongs to the genus Tyrannosaurus, part of the Tyrannosauridae family, and is one of possibly 3 species within this group. This massive predatory theropod lived during the Maastrichtian stage of the late Cretaceous period, roughly between 68 and 66 million years ago, just before the mass extinction that ended the age of dinosaurs. It stood at the top of its food chain, reigning as the apex predator in its environment. Among the largest known T-Rex specimens is Sue, the star attraction at the Field Museum in Chicago. Sue stretches nearly 12.5 meters in length and weighs an estimated 5.5 to 8 metric tons, potentially heavier than even the largest male African elephants today. Some fossils suggest even greater lengths, possibly exceeding 13 meters. But it's not just the size that's impressive, it's the design. The skull of T-Rex, which could reach up to 1.5 meters long, narrowed towards the snout and featured large eye sockets, granting binocular vision. This gave it a significant advantage in spotting and tracking prey. Despite its bulk, T-Rex had several adaptations to reduce weight and improve function. Its skull had fenestrae, openings that made the head lighter without compromising strength, and some bones were fused with air pockets, reinforcing the jaws. These jaws were capable of delivering the most powerful bite of any known land animal, with some estimates suggesting a single tooth could exert up to 5,800 kilograms of force. The teeth themselves were formidable, backward curved like serrated knives, some up to 30 centimeters long, and ridged to resist breaking while tearing through muscle and bone. Closely packed together, these teeth allowed for devastating bites. The upper jaw typically featured larger teeth than the lower, and both jaws contained small holes, possibly serving as anchoring points for soft tissues, perhaps lips, or as parts of a vibration-detecting sensory system. The skull was supported by a powerful neck with 10 vertebrae, leading into a robust spine with 13 dorsal, back, and 5 fused sacral vertebrae attached to the pelvis. Its long, muscular tail, possibly containing over 40 bones, balanced the massive head and aided in stability during movement. In fact, T-Rex was built for power. The enormous hind limbs allowed for massive strides and, potentially, impressive bursts of speed, though probably not enough to catch very swift prey. The tail anchored powerful locomotor muscles that propelled this giant forward. But no feature of T-Rex has sparked more debate or laughter than its tiny arms. Short, but incredibly strong, with 2 clawed fingers and a nearly vestigial 3rd digit. Early reconstructions mistakenly gave it long arms like Allosaurus. But as more complete skeletons emerged, it became clear these stumpy limbs were a defining trait. The function of these small arms remains a topic of discussion. Some believe they were nearly useless, remnants of an ancestral past, while others argue they served specific roles, perhaps helping to grip prey or aid in mating. Because T-Rex is so well preserved and so intensely studied, paleontologists have been able to explore many aspects of its behavior, including its physiology and senses. A 2022 study led by Yasmina Veyman investigated T-Rex's metabolism by analyzing oxidative phosphorylation, how cells convert nutrients into energy. The results pointed toward an endothermic, warm-blooded metabolism, more like that of birds and mammals than reptiles. However, due to its massive size, it might have also benefited from gigantothermy, a phenomenon where large animals retain heat simply by virtue of their volume. There's even evidence that T-Rex might have been a social animal. Canadian paleontologist Philip J. Curry noted that related species appeared to move in groups. 3 T-Rex skeletons found together in South Dakota support the idea of group behavior, perhaps even pack hunting. In environments filled with dangerous herbivores, hunting in packs could have increased success rates and reduced risk. More compelling support comes from fossilized footprints in the Wapiti Formation of British Columbia, where 3 T-Rex individuals seem to have walked in the same direction together. However, not all interactions were friendly. A juvenile specimen named Jane bears bite marks that suggest an attack by another T-Rex, likely of a similar age. The injury shows signs of healing, hinting at intraspecific competition, possibly for food, territory, or dominance. As for senses, T-Rex was no lumbering brute. Research by Lawrence Whitmer revealed exceptional vision and coordination. Its eyes could track prey across a 55-degree field of binocular vision, surpassing many birds of prey today. It may have been able to detect movement from as far as 6 kilometers away, far beyond the visual range of humans. In addition to its keen eyesight, T-Rex had an extraordinary sense of hearing, especially for low-frequency sounds, and an exceptional sense of smell, supported by large olfactory bulbs and nerves, perfect for locating prey or carrion over long distances. When it came to feeding, there's a long-standing debate. Was T-Rex an apex predator, a scavenger, or both? Many scientists argue it was an active hunter, pointing to its size, speed, and jaw strength as evidence. It likely preyed on hadrosaurs and, when needed, tackled heavily armored ceratopsians, ankylosaurs, or even young sauropods. But some paleontologists, such as Jack Horner, propose a scavenger lifestyle, citing its small arms, powerful nose, and lack of speed. The truth may lie in between. Evidence of bite marks on living herbivores, such as Triceratops and Edmontosaurus, supports predation. But T-Rex likely scavenged when opportunities arose, especially given its powerful nose. There's even evidence that it may have resorted to cannibalism, as indicated by deep bite marks on T-Rex bones that match the size and shape of its own teeth. In the end, the story of Tyrannosaurus rex is one of power, adaptability, and survival. More than just a cinematic monster or museum piece, it was a complex living predator that thrived in one of Earth's final dinosaur ecosystems. Its legacy continues to evolve with every fossil unearthed and every theory tested, proof that even in extinction, the king still reigns.